Hi, I'm Dwayne Mann with Dwayne Mann Artworks. Today we're going to be building a roller for applying transfer tape. I've seen a lot of designs in the Facebook groups that I follow, and there's been a lot of really good stuff. Looks like it's going to speed up the workflow. It's a beautiful day to be in the wood shop, so let's get this built and make my life a little bit easier. Okay, so putting together a couple different ideas that I've seen from what different people have built. All the materials here, we're looking under $30. Two C-clamps, we have two 2x6x8s, we have just a short 5-foot length of 1.25" PVC, and then this is just a scrap dowel, but even if you had to get the entire dowel, it wouldn't be all that expensive. And this is 1.25" by 72 inches. And then just for the mock-up, I have an empty core from a prior roll of vinyl. So we're going to lay this out. I know that it needs to be about 30 inches wide for the table, and then we'll start playing with the height as we're building the rollers. So let's get it built. Alright, so I ended up taking these apart, gluing them up, and reassembling them for the reason that I wasn't sure if, when I wanted it sitting on the table, if I wanted it straight up and down like that, or if I wanted to try to create some sort of cant in it to try to kind of conserve on some space. But I think that going a little bit higher will give me the tent that I'm looking for anything like over 5 feet if I'm doing a longer run, so I don't have to break up that layer as many times. So that's why I put everything together and then took it apart and then put it back together. The glue has been wiped off, the excess has been taken off with a wet rag, so we'll let that dry a little bit, and then we'll start the next step. So these have been sanded, the dowels are in, and they're letting the glue set up. So what we're going to do is I changed my original plan again. Instead of using the 2x6 to create the lip to clamp it to my work table, I'm just going to use this scrap piece of cedar board. It's just a little bit thinner, but it's enough that, you know, we can kind of keep the profile down a little bit, keep some of the bulk down so that we don't have a ton to move around in the other room. So we're going to bring this over the table saw, rip it in half, and that's going to become our lip, so that this is what's going to get clamped down. So let's go do that. So everything's been painted, glued. I did add one extra piece that's going to go underneath the table to give us something to clamp to, because this metal table is kind of has an edge on it. So let's go ahead and set this up and see if it works. Okay, so here it is, it's all set up. This will run down towards that end by the camera, and that will make the tent. We'll put the weeded vinyl under here in this bracket and see how it works. So right now I have something on the cutter. We're gonna finish that up, weed it, and we'll give it a shot. Okay, here we go. We have some vinyl, about 6 feet, 10 feet worth, and this is just gonna be a mask for to paint some cornhole boards. So let's roll this out and see how it does. Well, there it is. It's a lot better than what I was using before. Definitely need to work on my system, especially coming up on the end there, and secure that front end a little bit better. But on something for a door or a window, or even some boat graphics that aren't that long, this is going to be perfect. So for everybody that posted in the group that had different pictures of what you've been using, thanks a ton. I looked at what you had and tried to, kind of come up with my own thing based on what's been successful. So thank you, Facebook world, for sharing. I appreciate it, and I hope that this helps somebody else. All right, thanks. Have a good day.